All right, so in this video, we are going to be looking at the Stride sales funnel and website, how you can actually use this template, how to set it up, how to customize it, what you need to know in order to get this working for you. All right, guys, and just a heads up, in this video, I'm going through, this is mainly for how to use the GoHighLevel funnel builder. This is going to give you a lot of good insights as to how you should set up your pages, how the funnel builder is used. This is an example of one of the funnels that we provide to our clients. This is actually not the most up-to-date one, so it's a bit different now. But you will get a lot of good ideas in terms of how a website should be actually structured, because we see so many people structuring websites, or even people paying like thousands or even tens of thousands of dollars for a website, and it's not even built correctly or doesn't have the right things that you should have. Sometimes, not all the time, sometimes it's good, but it's going to show you the right components that you need to have, the right pages, how it should be structured. All right, like I said, this one's a bit not our newest one, so it looks okay, but it's not our best, like, you know, appearance wise, aesthetically it's okay, but we have a much more updated one now, as well as this is built on GoHighLevel. So within GoHighLevel, it's a great funnel builder. It's, you know, my opinion, it's a lot better than Clickfunnels just because of the bang for the buck, and it's just all in one. It's a lot better, but you're not going to get like the quality is something if you're using like Webflow for a website builder. But at the end of the day, we're looking to built for based on conversion. We don't really care too much about aesthetics if you're using GoHighLevel for a website builder or a funnel. So either way though, if you wanted to build it on something like this later down the line, use something like Webflow. We just keep it all simple into GHL. That's what we prefer. And it's easier, a lot easier than something like Webflow. We've built WordPress sites many times in the past. It's good, but I just like having everything in GoHighLevel, right? So this will give you a lot of good ideas in terms of what you should use to build a website, as well as how to actually use the GoHighLevel funnel builder, get what you want out of it, all right? It's a long video, it's in-depth, all right? If you have any questions, let me know in the comments down below. Make sure to smash that subscribe button and subscribe. All right, so we're gonna go through all the pages. I'm gonna show you exactly what you need to know. So first off, we have the homepage. Now, first off, before I even get to that, if you're wondering how to access this, you go to sites in your CRM, and then you go to funnel, and you'll be able to find your Stride Sales CRM, Stride Sales Funnel and website. And once you click on it, you will see homepage, opt-in, VSL, book a call, homework, payment page, client results, onboarding, charge, contact, group capture page, group thank you, legal, disclaimer, terms of service, privacy policy. All right, so let's go ahead, and we're on homepage right here. I'm going to click edit. Now you can click edit in page, which edits in the same page in this tab, or open in a new tab. I'm going to open it in a new tab. All right. And while that's loading, within your funnel builder, by the way, if you don't already know, stats is where you'll be able to see your stats. So page views, opt-ins, sales, earnings, etc. You can refresh, check the dates here, and you'll see it for each page. Sales is where you'll see sales if you have integrated payment links or payment gateway embeds within the funnel. You'll see the sales here, which will all be done through the CRM. And then the settings, so you can see the name here. You could change this if you like to your company name or whatever, homepage, website. The path, this doesn't necessarily matter. You can change it though. The domain is really what matters. So you can click here to select domain for funnel. And you would want to select the domain you want to use, and you do this for every sort of specific funnel. But you can, if you don't have your domain set up already, you want to click add domain, and you're going to click add new domain. You're going to enter your website domain name here that you want to connect, and then you're going to want to have an A record pointing to this IP address, or a C name record pointing to this website for the domain. All right, you don't really need to worry about robots.txt code. You really just need to put your domain here. We use Cloudflare to connect everything, but you can, Cloudflare basically just allows you to, you know, have a bunch of domains and you can manage them within there. It's very easy. It's nice, but you can do this for anything. If you have any issues with it, let us know as well. though, check out the help center. It really explains it. It's very, very simple to do to connect your domain. So let's go back here. Once you have your domain connected, you could select it from the drop down. Favicon icons, or favicon, however you want to pronounce it, URL. So add a URL to your PNG or ICO favicon image for all your pages inside your funnel. So you want to add a favicon URL link. So the way you do that is you go to media. You would want to open your media library, and you would want to upload a your favicon icon. So that's typically like, you know, let's say 100 pixels, but I don't know the exact what it's supposed to be. It could be 100 pixels by 100 pixels, and it's just, for example, like for us, it's the stride logo, right? The running, like the man running. That's our favicon. You would upload it to here, and then wherever you get it, you would just right click on it, get link, and you would go back and back again, back your funnel, and then you would paste in that favicon URL here, and then you would see it. The favicon shows in the tab, like if you look at the top of your browser where the tabs are, you will see that little icon to indicate what tab is which, right? So that is what that is. Heading tracking code. So heading tracking code, body tracking code, this comes into play when you're setting up a advertising pixel. So like a Facebook pixel or a YouTube advertising pixel or LinkedIn, whatever platform you're advertising on, or say if you're installing Google Tag Manager or Hotjar onto your website, that's where you just add tracking code. We're not going to worry about that in this video. That's later on. And payment mode, so you can either do test or live, doesn't really matter that much. And then chat widget, if you want to enable or disable a chat widget, you can go ahead and do so. And you can also edit the chat widget here. All right, but without ado, let's dive into the homepage. So you'll see here, this is kind of what it looks like. Now, one thing I'll say is you don't need to even use this template necessarily. Say if you already have a website and you're happy with it, you could just look at this template and take some concepts, some frameworks from it, and use it within your website, or you could just use this whole funnel, or like this funnel template, or you could use this funnel template and just completely change it, make it your own. So it really depends, but it's built in a way where it is structured a certain way, like a sales funnel, as well as it has a lot of placeholders, so you can kind of like fill in the blanks, but you can also change some of the copy too if you like. So at the start, your headline: we help insert niche, insert results achieved using insert mechanism optional, in time frame optional. So that could be like, we help coaches accelerate their stride, scale to whatever 50K a month or whatever, using, and then it could be our 6-step stride system. That's optional. You don't have to necessarily say what mechanism it is. And then in time frame, in 12 months or less, or in 6 months or less, or in 3 weeks, whatever, right? So that's optional as well. And then insert subheadline. So, we focus on this, you just focus on this, or whatever headline, or, just a little subheadline. And then this could be something like want desired result, or it could be like, attention, and then attention niche, right? So you can do stuff like that. Desired result. Okay. And let's go ahead and make this bold. Okay. So just so you know, this is the funnel builder. There's a few things I'll go over with you. There's section, rows, columns, elements. If you're familiar with Clickfunnels, this is very similar. If you're familiar with any funnel builder, this is like very, very similar. If not, pretty much the same. You're going to have, if you hover over things, it's going to highlight the elements. So, you can see here, green stuff right here. So this is an example of just a case study. You can delete this one. This is one of ours, Franky right here. These are the placeholder ones. You'll see the placeholders are purple. This one right here that you can delete is green. The reason it's green is because it's just a section, a normal section. These purple ones are global sections, meaning that these are used throughout multiple areas of the website. And if you change it on one page, it will change it on all the pages. So it's global, which means you don't have to make the same changes like 100 times or like 5, 2, 3, 4 times, right? You just do it once and then it's done. And if you need to change it, then it's very simple and it will change everywhere on your website, right? So that is one thing, right? You can go ahead, say if I click here, you're going to get the options anytime you click on something. So right now I'm clicking on sections. The next thing is right here, which is a row, a column row, right? And then inside that, you'll see column settings. So that's a column. So actually the blue is a row, and we have columns, and then we have, these are elements. The orange is elements. So this is a text element. You can go to elements here and add element, and you'll see headlines, subheadlines, paragraph, bullet list, button, form, blog post list, video, image, FAQ, custom JavaScript / HTML, survey, calendar, map, SVG, reviews, countdown, minute timer, day timer, navigation menu, divider, progress bar, image feature, 2-step order, 1-step order, order confirmation, bunch of different stuff. You can also filter easily over here, right? You'll also be able to see your versions. I'm not going to do that right now. It will, because I need to save, but you can see your previous versions if needed. Up here is the menu. So you can click here and you can go ahead. If you scroll down, you'll see brand logo. You can click right here, upload your logo, change it out. You can change the width here, but here's how it is. If you want to make it smaller, bigger, you can change the alt text as well. You could change it so if someone clicks this image, it will do an action such as go to their home page or whatever, right? And then over here, under here, you'll see the menu items. So you can see home, about, team, reviews, resources, free community, login, get a price. So some of these could be different. This template is getting updated as we make improvements, but you'll see this. You can go ahead, click here and change anything that needs to be. So you could click on home. You could see right now you have a few options with each menu item. It can go to a website URL, go to a step, or open a pop-up. So for this, since it's just the home page, we went to the step of home page. You could decide to open that in a new tab or not. We're not going to do that. About. So we have the about section. So this could go to a website URL or to a step, right? And then same thing with all of these, right? And then free community. This is where you would put your either your group page right here, or you could put a direct link. I would probably suggest just leaving it with the group capture page. And we're going to dive into that in a second. That's really powerful, guys. Also too, guys, this template right here is a combination of, you know, we used to have so many different funnels, and we still do. We have a lot of funnels and websites and this and that. This is a condensed version of really like the main things that you will need. So you don't have to have like so many different funnels. You'll still, like, if you're going to launch like a low ticket offer to high ticket offer book, we have a different funnel for that. And different funnels for certain things, but that's why we still included like the group capture page funnel and thank you page within here. We have a VSL page, a book a call page, a homework page, a payment page, a client results page, an onboarding page, you know, like really all the main stuff you need, an opt-in page. We have a bunch of stuff, right? So you got all the necessary stuff right in one place, which is really, really key and important. Now, get a button or get a price. So you can change this call to action. Get a price. That's just a call to action that we've used. All right. You don't have to use this, but you can use this. It's fine. You could use, get started or book a call, whatever, but that is your call to action right here. So this button, you'll see that there's a lot of these get a price buttons listed throughout the website. That's because this is really just a sales funnel. Each element is really meant there. It has a purpose, and then there's a call to action pretty much after almost every element. We have social proof here. So yeah, to edit that button, you click on it. It's an element. You can change the background color to your branding. You can change the, letter spacing, text shadow, mobile font size, desktop font size. There is no sub button text, but you could change that here as well if you like. If you did have that. You can change the typography type. So there's headline font, content font, custom font. So if you wanted a custom font, you could go ahead, select the font family here, right? Now, what the I'll show you what the content font and headline font are. Is if we go to settings here and we go to typography, you'll see we have headline font as pop-ins, content font as pop-ins. We have text color black, link color gold. And this will be kind of like a global thing. So if you're using headline font, any text headline font on this page will show up as pop-ins. Any content font text will show up as whatever you select, which is in this case is pop-ins. So that's really how you can edit the fonts really within any element. You click on the element, and this is with anything, any button, any certain thing, you just click on it and you're going to notice there's options, there's settings on the left-hand side. So with all the elements here, like you got so many options, I won't be able to go through every single element and every individual option here, but you're going to notice that once you get the hang of it, a lot of them are the same. It's actually very easy, and it's actually, you know, people think building a website or building a funnel is very hard. Once you actually understand these tools and understand how the structure should be laid out, and you have, you know, done it a few times, it gets really easy. So this alone is going to really, really help you and help you in the future as well. Anytime you need to improve things, adjust things, if you have any other brands or businesses later on, you're going to know how to structure a website. And I'm going to also be providing you wireframes as well. So pretty much just above and beyond, so you really know and understand how a sales funnel, how a sales letter, how everything is structured, and, you know, giving you the creme de la creme when it comes to templates here. So all you're going to have to do right now is go through this after you're done this training. So don't do this right this second. Wait until you watch this whole entire training. It's going to be a bit long in depth because there's a lot to go through. And then you're just going to change it all out, customize it all out. You're going to want to change your logo here. Now, if you go to settings, you're going to see SEO metadata, tracking code, custom CSS, background, typography recovered. So I'll cover some of these real quick. So if I go to SEO metadata, you will see this right here. So your title of your page, right? Your description of your page. If you're familiar with SEO at all, this basically is just where if someone searches up your brand, like whatever, or your executive stride on Google, and this website comes up, this is what it would say for the title, the description. You can add keywords if you'd like. All right. Author if you'd like. Social image. So this is basically this image right here. So if you share a link, say within like Facebook Messenger or, you know, on Facebook, you ever notice how there's an image there? That's the social image. And you can actually select what you would like that to be. So that's good to know for certain cases. You may want to, you know, you can get creative with that there. And then you're just going to make sure to click update metadata. Don't click just save. You have to update the metadata first. So update metadata, and then you could save it. And always make sure to be constantly saving. Like sometimes there are like rare occurrences where I'll do a bunch of work and I'll forget to save, or say, for example, my computer crashes, or the browser starts lagging, or whatever the case may be, and you don't save, and then you lose all your work and you'll have to redo it. So that's always a few good practices just with anything. Always be saving. Here's version history right here. So let me save this. Wait, did I even do any changes? I don't think I did. So I don't even need to save it. But you will see if you make global changes, which means if you change any elements within a global thing, then it's going to have that pop up there saying, do you want to make these global changes, right? So anything in this purple is a global section. This green right here is not a global section. So I could change this and it's not going to, even if I have another green section on another page, it won't change. All right. So that's why leveraging the global sections is key, especially if you're reusing elements and sections on different funnel pages. All right. So that's a few things to note. Let's go down and kind of talk about how this is structured. So I'm also going to have a video where I go through the wireframe and kind of give you a breakdown, each and every step, how it's all structured. If you want to understand the skeleton of this page, but I'll give you a quick rundown. You don't need necessarily every single nitty gritty element. Like there's things you can remove, like, let's see, say for example, if you don't have client results at the start, you may not have, you know, these case studies available. You could remove this and add it on later. And then also too, for how it works, maybe you don't have all these you don't need recorded videos of how things work. It could just be images here, but this is kind of like going over the features and benefits of things. So you can play around with a lot of this and adjust it for your needs. Even the team section, maybe you don't want to list all the team, or maybe you don't want to list any of the team. That's not 100% crucial. But we've used it sometimes. We use it currently right now. It's actually good to list the team. So, and then, but you may want to change the position of this. So say if you don't like it where it goes image like this, and you want to have it where it's like just the image and then maybe some text under it, and then there's like 4 image, 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 and the text is under it just saying the name, position, and whatever. You could do it that way. All right. This is just a baseline. You can get creative and, you know, edit it how you want. Frequently asked questions. All right. So you can, if you want, you can change background colors here. You can change the font like we mentioned. So with font changing, color options, you're always going to see color, which is the baseline font. So if you're writing, see how this is just normal text, it would actually change. So you'll see this is white font. Bold text is still white font, so you can change that and to bold, italicize, strike through, underline, add a link, make it a paragraph, H1, H2, H3, H4, H5, H6, or remove all formatting. So formatting options are all up here. Anytime you select an element, if I'm not selected it, you won't see any stuff here, but once you select a text element, you'll start see that appear here. All right, so that is for bold text, and then italic text color. So you can change the color for that as well. So right now it's black. Underline text is black because this is an underline, doesn't matter. And then link text color. So you can change that here. So this would be if you added a link, it's going to show up blue. Is it going to show up gold? All right. And then icon color. If there was an icon, and the way to add an icon is you just click up here for icons. And there's a bunch of icons you can actually search even too. So say if like, you know, you want a sun, you can search sun, and then there's suns. Say if you want a flag, there's probably a flag. So there's certain things you can search up, and then say if I add this, you'll see something just moved there, but the icon color is black. So we would want to change that to gold. And then you see the little flag here. That's what this icon here is, the question mark. So I'm going to go ahead and remove this flag. You'll see our typography content is content font. So there's headline font, like we said, content font, which is all controlled up in typography here in the settings for the page. But if you wanted a custom font that's not following the settings in the page, you could just click custom font, and then you have a lot of fonts to choose from, like I showed you. And then, so that's the coloring section. If you don't see your color here, you can add a select color. You can actually name these custom colors if you'd like, but then you're just going to put in the hex code of your, you know, whatever color you're looking for. All right, spacing options. So we have padding left, padding right, padding top, padding bottom, margin top, margin bottom. All right, you may be familiar with some of these things. Pretty much padding, if you see here, I'm increasing the padding. You'll see the text goes a little bit more to the left or to the right because we're adding some padding to this left side. So the padding is right here. The right padding is right here as well. So you'll see the padding here. Padding top, similar thing just on the top. Padding bottom, similar thing on the bottom. Now margin top, you'll see it pushes. So it's pushing the opposite side. The margin is on the other side. So we're adding space not within this right here, but on the outside to the top. So we're getting that push there, and then margin bottom, same thing there. All right, so pretty basic stuff right there. Let me just go ahead, undo all of this, like so. There we have it, back to normal. So let's see, free training. I mentioned these buttons. You would want to change these buttons if you'd like. You want to like change your colors and all that stuff. insert tagline. So you can insert your tagline here. This is kind of just like a bottom banner. You can have a call to action. If you click on these images, you can go ahead and add your URLs, say your Facebook URL, your Twitter, your Instagram, LinkedIn, YouTube, and then logo goes here as well. You're going to want to change the image here, either paste in the link, or you could just click here and then select it, and then get a price button again. Email, you want to change out your email. Quick links, so you can have links here. All right, connect, you could have like your social profiles or whatever. And then press, these are just basic. You could add any links you want here. It doesn't say if you don't have press. And if also too, guys, if you want press, just let us know, reach out to us, and we can get you hooked up for some press releases for the lows, for good prices and stuff. Just add some credibility and whatnot. You don't necessarily need it, but it's always good. Like if you can get some, featured in Yahoo Finance, Forbes, or Entrepreneur, or whatever, it just adds some credibility, but it's not necessary. Don't fixate over it. Don't be a perfectionist. You don't need all the social proof in the world to start off. You can literally make sales and run a business even really without, case studies or social proof. It's just a lot harder. So this is why we show you ways to get case studies and all that stuff in this training. All right, and here's just an earnings disclaimer. So this is if you're running ads to a make money offer or a business offer. You may want to have this on the page if you're running ads to the page, but if not, you can actually just remove it. It's really not necessary. It's only for Facebook ads and stuff like that. And then the year, company name, all right reserved, linking. You're going to want to add the links to the privacy page and the terms page. So go do that after. Just grab the link here, whatever links, and then you would add it there. And just to show you to add a link, you would highlight this, click on add link, enter the URL, and you can select current window or new window. And then also to your social links, you can add that down here as well. And these ones, if you like. All right. So we went over the team section. We went over the bottom section, how it works. The case study section, you basically want to add the client's name and then the client's results. So say, for example, like that's why I gave an example here, so you can kind of model it. It doesn't have to be exactly like you see here, but this is kind of the framework. So you would have client's name, so Franky Shaw, and then the result right after that you got or that they achieved, and then the before state, the after state. So before engaging with, executive stride, previous state, our metrics were insert previous state. So just let them know the before state, whatever the story is or whatever, that's what that is. And then the after state. So we started talking with executive stride, the results were great, insert after feelings, metrics, whatever. So just be descriptive. And then client name, client position, client LinkedIn if you have it or whatnot, and then the date. You don't need all the you don't need the LinkedIn or links to that or whatever, but if you want, you can add that in. And then client headshot right here. So you would just go here, click on here to upload the image. All right. And then client name, client position, LinkedIn if you want. And then their logo. You can add the client logo right here for their company if they have one. And then image. So yeah, you can include a money shot. So example of your client's results. So like a screenshot or a chart or before and after metrics, whatever the case may be. Say if you're not whatever, say if you're selling Shopify growth consulting or coaching, then you see a screenshot of the client's, Shopify dashboard, right? And they made 50K in a month or whatever, right? So that would go there, whatever money shot. If you have them, the more the merrier, the better. And then a video if you have it. So customer testimonial video. You don't necessarily need each and every one of these things to start off. So don't worry. You're going to get better and better testimonials as you go, as you continue refining your offer and you get more clients. All right. So case studies serve evidence and proof that backs up the cause effect relationship between your solution and the customer's results. Use the methods taught in executivestride.com to get your case studies and publish them in this section. Include as many as you like. Prospects will appreciate you being exhaustive in this section. So that's one thing I always say. People ask, how many case studies should I get? Or how many is too much? There's no such thing as too much case studies, all right? Like I said, don't worry at the start if you don't have don't use that as an excuse, because you can definitely still sell and get great clients and everything and convert without them, but it's a lot easier with them. So you're gonna want to get on that and start working towards that. We teach that in the training, right? So include some here, some of your great ones, and then right here. So this is optional. So benefits, claim, proof. Now the prospect needs to first understand what you do before they want to understand how you do it. So this section illustrates the benefits, what you do for them. You can use images, written copy. However, the best way to communicate the benefits is to simply show or demonstrate them via a live action video or a screen share plus voiceover. These videos don't need to be very super high quality. They can be rough or shot on an iPhone. They just need to prove that your claims are true. If you can't use video, then use an image for proof. For example, if you are claiming you can increase a certain metric, show a clear before and after instance and show the cause and effect relationship between your solution and the customer's transformation. For example, what it looks like to make it rain, how it looks like to fill up your calendar. All right. And then there's videos here, so you can go ahead and add those. And then an example of a high performing sales team as well. So just some examples here. Like I said, it's optional. You can add some images, some videos, whatever you got, but that is that. Social proof, super important. So the social proof is used to add to your credibility. Prospects who are seeing your claim for the first time are likely to be skeptical. So you will need to align yourself with other credible sources and show the prospect that you've done this before. Client logos are necessary to include for the same reason above. The more client logos, the better. Don't be afraid to go overboard here. Resize logos so formatting is consistent. Compress image files using PNG and JPEG compressors if needed. If images are not compressed and resized, the logo cluster will appear rough and the image load time will increase. Yeah, so you don't want to have huge, pretty much self-explanatory. You don't want to have huge size images that just slow down the website, compress them, just make sure everything fits. And you're going to want to put the logos here. Now, you'll see here that each logo right here is its own element in this section. You could do that and just upload one image one by one. It's not going to be the best option because, for example, if we went to mobile, it's not bad. You're just going to actually, no, you won't. You actually could do it. So it depends. You can just play around with it. You can do the image one by one if you like, or you can do just like one image where they're all edited together. Say use Photoshop and just put them in this kind of design where they're side by side. And then when you go to mobile, you could just use it. You could keep it the same, or you could use a secondary image, another image with a different, maybe it's they're going in just back side by side, or they're going one by one. So, and I'll show you how to do that in a second. So if you want to have something that's different showing on mobile, what you do is you click on the element. So you can do this for the section, for the row, for a column, or for an element. You would click on it, say, for example, this. I go to advanced, and then you'll see visibility. So you'll see a desktop and a mobile phone. You would want to click hide on the mobile phone. So now it's not selected in blue. So this element, all the stuff in blue won't show on mobile phone now. So you'll see we're going to go from 1, 2, 3, 4 sections of logos to 1, 2, and 3. Okay. Go back here. So I select, if I didn't want to show it on desktop and only have it visible on mobile, I would deselect it here. So now we only have 3, and now we have 4 here. All right, on mobile. So that is how you change the visibility options. And this can come clutch when it comes time down to making sure everything's mobilely optimized. So you're going to want to definitely check this. And the way you do that is just go desktop, mobile, because mobile, people use mobile a lot. So you want to make sure your website's mobile optimized. Now, a few things to note. These right here, the buttons side by side, you're going to have to change them on both. All right. Because right here on mobile, they're centered and they're below each other. And then on desktop, they're side by side and they're left aligned and right aligned. All right. So keep that in mind. You're either going to have to change them or just duplicate them and then change the visibility once you edit them. All right. So that's that. Went over the headline and the sub headline and the video. So hero video or video sales letter, niche specific. You can include multiple video sales letters on this page. Just stack them on top of each other. ES template, social proof. So yeah, you can either have your video here, your VSL, or you can like have an image that when they click on it, it opens the pop-up where they have to opt in to get your VSL, or it just brings them to your opt-in page. So those are a few options right there. It really depends if you want to have the VSL behind a email opt-in page or not. If you don't want to, then yeah, you can just have it right on your website. If you do, then you're going to want to do the other options I talked about, or you could just have a different video on your homepage website, like a welcome video, kind of just going over what it is you guys do. So it really depends. You can see what works best for you, see what you like the best, and then just do that. All right. So this is the homepage. We pretty much went over all the main things. All right. The menu is important. So like I said, before you can change these menu items, you can also add new menu items very easily. You can delete other ones. So like, let me see, new menu item. Let me go ahead and delete this. All right. Get a price, login, free community, resources, reviews, and a few things. So with the about and team section, you can either you could link this. So I'll show you what you can do. Your team section is right here. If I click on it and click on advanced, you'll see a CSS selector. So I can copy this. Believe this is correct. Let me just double check. Yeah. So CSS selector, you just copy it, and then I can go up here to my team section. And I can go click on team and paste in this right here, this element in the URL, and it's going to go to website and not open in a new tab. I'm just going to save this. And if I go to preview, you will see about team. It scrolls to team. It scrolls to the team section. Okay. So like so. So you could either have it do that, or you could basically, if you wanted to, you could create a copy of the homepage, and within the copy, you could go edit, and then you could basically keep this stuff. We could pretty much just add like the executive stride team, like a headline like that, and just delete maybe this, and then delete this. Okay. And delete some of like this top stuff. Oh, what you would actually want to do though, is you would want to copy this. So it's a green one before you do that. Because right now we're editing the global one. So I actually wouldn't do that. I'm not going to save this, but anytime you're doing something like this, where you're creating a new page and using some of the other elements, and copying them, make sure you copy it before editing a global section, or else you could screw everything up and you know, yeah, you would lose that content. And then you could just kind of have the team section up here, and you could create a new page and have all this same stuff, like the testimonials, the social proof, all the same elements would be below it. So it's still, any new page you create, you could pretty much have the new content up top, and then the same duplicated replica content that's the, you know, the sales funnel content still below with all the call to actions, etc., etc. So no matter what page of the website someone goes to, they're still within a sales funnel. Everything is still constructed to convert and just lead to one conversion. You'll see there's really only mainly one call to action. There is a second, a little brief, like free training one. But there's really only one clear goal, which is get a price, book a call, you know, watch the free training and then book a call. You know, that's really it. There's some other options up here like the free community and stuff, but you'll see that, and you'll have that on every page. So I'm not going to save that just because of the global section there, but you can go ahead and do that. And so you could create very easily an about section or a team section, and then you could add that link there. All right. So you can either just make it so it scrolls down to your section, or it goes to the new page that you create. So you can do that for really as many pages as you want. You can easily just create new pages now once you edit this template, and the global sections will change, and then you can just copy the page and create as many pages as you want following the same structure. All right. So that is the home page section. I'm going to go ahead and delete this copy. We don't need it, at least at the moment. All right. And I think I can go ahead and save this. And once that's done, let's go back. Okay, so that is the home page. That pretty much goes over majority of the stuff. Next, we'll look at the opt-in page. All right, so if you're not familiar with what an opt-in page is, we'll be going over it right now. And just like anything, this is just a base template. You know, if you want to get creative, if you look at this and you're like, I want to add more flair or whatever, go ahead, be my guest. This is just like really what you need. And if you want to add your own flair on top of it, your own style, you know, definitely do that. So right here, anything with placeholder, this stuff, you're going to want to change the logo. No cost training for niche. So you could keep this or change it. It's up to you. How to get desire. So this is kind of what the video or the training would be about. And then without old way. So how to get desire, the new result without old way. All right. So you can change it, the headlines and whatnot, if you want to try different formats, but this is just a standard one that works. And then insert your image here. So this could be an image, like it could be a GIF. If you don't know how to create GIFs, you could, let's see, use this tool Sherrard, and you could just capture and screen recording GIF, and then you could select something like this, and say if it was a slideshow, then you could just like scroll, you know, through it, and so it shows all the slides, and then you could just stop, and then once it's done, you would see that you have a GIF right here, and then you could just upload that GIF if you'd like. That's one way. You could add just an image with a play sign over top. All right, so then people are going to click that play sign. Once they click the play sign, you'll see here the image action is open the pop-up. If it's not open the pop-up, just change that. I just changed it here. So open pop-up. Pop-up is right here. So enter your name and best email to register for the training below. All right, you'll see the opt-in here, and you will see you can go ahead, click on open pop-up settings. You can change the border color here. You can make the border color either full border, top and bottom border only, or bottom border 3 pixels. And then border style, you can do solid, you can do dashed, you can do dotted. All right, you can do border width, so you can change 1, 2, 3, 5, 10. All right. You can do border radius, so you can have any border radius. You can make it super round if you like, or somewhat round, or not round. And then radius edge, so all edges, top only edges or bottom only edges. Box shadow, so you can go ahead play with this as well. Do inner shadow, outer shadow, drop shadow, and then general, so you can change the margin and the padding as well. And then you can change the background color or a background image. You could also do a background image with an overlay color like so, or you leverage transparency. And then disable pop-up if you'd like, close pop-up, clicking outside, so you can enable or disable that. And then you can turn on, which it's already turned on, show pop-up on exit. So if that basically means if someone's mouse is here and they're move their mouse outside of the window, the pop-up will show. It will just automatically pop up like, hey, now register for the training, right? So we have that on. You can also change the width. So right now we're on medium. You could do full width. You could do small. All right. Or you can do medium. So right now we're on medium. So that's the pop-up. Over here, you'll see the progress bar theme. You could go here, change your color, change anything you want, whether it's, the text, say 50% or something different. You can change the theme. So if you don't like it moving, you could do that. You could remove it if you really don't like the progress bar, but it does kind of help, just with conversion. And yeah, so you can go ahead, change that there. And then over here, you'll see in this training, you will learn. So this is telling them what the training is about. So, it could be, you don't necessarily need to say secret number 1. It could just say, you could remove that and whatever. But let's say, for example, you do want to say it, the secret number 1, the new way of getting desire. Secret number 2, answer to primary objection. Secret number 3, answer to secondary objection. All right, that's a few examples. And then if you don't currently insert qualification, do not request information from us and leave this page. So it could say something like, so say if you want really quality leads and you say, hey, I don't want people that are, whatever the case is something that unqualifies them for your program. You could say, if you don't currently have 2 case studies, do not request information from us and leave this page. Or if you don't currently have, a solid offer, whatever. Say if you don't want to work with completely new people or whatever the case is, or if you're not hungry to learn, whatever. So that you can have this. You don't necessarily need this though. You could delete it if you want. And then this page is not part of Facebook. So the disclaimer that it's not part of Facebook. And then if you are using a make money offer or a business offer, you may want to add an earnings disclaimer, but this right here is probably good enough for this one. But it really depends. And then company name, all rights reserved. And that is the opt-in page. You'll see how to get desire without old way. You can edit some of these as well. And then the VSL. So once they actually opt in, going to go automatically. So you'll see here, if I click on the pop-up, you'll see this form. You're going to want to select your form. The form should have their name, email, and you really need their name and email. That's the main stuff. And the phone is optional. All right. So name, email, pretty much mandatory. And then phone is optional. If you want to include it or not. You can even include it and make it optional, or include it and make it mandatory. It's up to you, but you're going to select your form. All right. And then, you'll see here on, when the button's done, when they fill out the form, it's going to redirect action. You can do use action from builder, go to website URL, or go to next step. In our case, we're going to go to the next step, which is the VSL. So you're going to want to change your logo here, and here's the headline. It could be proprietary system and desired outcome. And on top of all of that, bonus, bonus, bonus. Your training is in progress. Do not close this page or the training will end. image is right here. Have us look at your business within 72 hours. So have us look at your business, or have us look at, and just say your situation within 72 hours. So whether it's business or whatever you're helping them actually solve, and then schedule 15-minute pre-game plan call. You could change this call to action to say something else. All right. And you can change the color here. And if you're wondering how it's rocking, you'll see if I go to advanced in buttons, you can see text transform. So you can have normal, uppercase, lowercase, capitalize. So I could do capitalize or all uppercase if I wanted to, or just normal. And then fluid width. So it can either be fluid or fill width, like so. And then button effects. So we can have no effect. We can have glow. So it's hard to kind of see, but it is somewhat glowing if you look closely. And then you could do rocking. You'll see all these are loops. So you could do bounce, which is a loop. You could do elevate. So this is only a hover. So once you hover over it, or wobble. So if I hover over it, wobble. And that's the button effects. And then button shadows. So sharp, no shot. Like you can play around with all these shadows here. Button styles. So custom or line flat. And then vertical space, inherit, 5 pixel, like all that stuff. Horizontal space, visibility, custom class, and then border radius, all that good stuff there. Okay. And then you could change the text here if you like. And then this is just a disclaimer. All right. Basically letting them know. And let's see here, SEO meta. So you can change that here as well. Make sure you hit update metadata. All right. And you don't necessarily need this. You can change this heading. This is just a framework, like I said. All right. Also too, this button, you can either have it show here all the time, or you could make it so it is, let's see. You could, if you really wanted to, you could do a countdown timer, I believe. Like so. And then on expire, show or hide element. So you could do show, and then you could choose the button. And then you could, for this countdown timer, you could center, headline font, end date. Yeah, you could basically just set it to, you could say, yeah, you could just have this countdown timer going, and then once it's done, it basically, the button appears. So it depends if you want to have the button showing from the start or not. Some people don't like it showing from the start, because then the prospect will sometimes just click it and they don't watch the full video. So it really depends. You know, really, if you want high quality leads, like, and typically, like, just so you guys know, you don't need to do all that when you're just starting out, because you just want leads coming in, right? Once you get too many leads, you may want to do some of these things to add friction to the funnel, which basically means that only people who are really interested, like, are going to actually wait. That, say if you set this timer right here, say if it's like an hour video and you set this timer to only show the button within 45 minutes, then people who actually go through and click that button, that means they watched a big percentage of your video, if not all of it, and they're going to be super qualified. Some people may just go to here and watch some of it, and then just click it without even really watching it, right? And then they're not going to be as qualified. So I wouldn't say do that from the start, but once you are getting so many leads, you may want to add some more friction there. And then also too, this doesn't have to be an hour or 2 hour long video. This could be a 5-minute video, right? So keep that in mind. So I'm just going to remove this. And with the countdown timers, I believe there's different ones. Yeah, so there's countdown, there's minute timer, and day timer. I believe it's the countdown. You just have to play around with it. There is an option, I believe. Oh, no, know what? It may be minute timer, day timer. Okay, so this would probably be the one you'd want to use. and then revisit action. You could do auto reset timer, auto expire for X amount of days, or hide timer and show element. So you could set this timer right here, and you could have it, for example, 45 minutes, and then expire, show action, hide element. Oh no, show element, show elements, and then button, and then let's see, and then you could either change it to auto expire after. So this is like a cookie. So say if this expires and then they show back to the website, is this countdown timer still going to be here, or is it going to be just showing the button? So that's what this stuff right here is going to do. Like revisit action, is it going to auto reset the timer, or is it going to hide timer forever and just show this element, or is it going to basically do that but then expire after a certain amount of days, and then if they come back after those days, it's going to show the timer. Okay, so that's what that means. We're going to remove the timer right now, and then yeah, also too, you can switch pages by clicking at the very top right, and you're going to see all your pages. You can scroll down and change pages that way. So now that we covered the VSL page, let's go to the book a call page in just a second. All right, so this should actually go, instead of pop up, it should be next step. All right, save. Now we have book a call. I'm gonna go here, click on edit in new page, and you'll see here we got the booking page now. So you're gonna change your image here. It's gonna say step 1 of 2, choose a time for your call below. Note if the calendar does not load below in a few seconds, try refreshing your page. You're going to see step 1 of 2. Stay on this page after you book your time. You will be redirected to step number 2. And then click here. You can select your calendar right here. And group page. Yeah, so you don't want to do that. And then can select a redirect action. So on redirect action, go to next step. All right, so that's pretty basic. You can change the background of this page if you want, make it all look nice, and then change the meta, and then save. Okay, and then next page is the thank you / homework page. So I'm going to open this in the new tab here. So this is where you will add your homework video. So you can change this as well, like I said. So stop, do not leave this page. Our assistant will be calling you shortly to confirm your appointment. If you need to rebook, please do so here. So you would add a link to rebook. You can just add a link to your booking page again. Our assistant will be calling shortly to confirm your appointment. So if you don't have an assistant calling to confirm your appointment, that's fine. You really don't need that necessarily. So just remove that. You can just say, we'll be sending you an email shortly or whatnot to confirm. And then one last thing. So you can change any of this copy like I'm showing you, but this is just example. So one last thing, step 2 of 2, watch the entire video before your call. So this will be a link to your homework video. Okay. So you can add that there. So you can either go add it to YouTube and then add the link, or you can use Wistia, Vimeo. You can use Vidalytics, which is one of my favorites, custom embed, HTML5, or hosted video. So you can actually upload a video directly within the CRM and host it there. Select the thumbnail here and change some of the playback options here. And then, yeah, so you can change some of the options here for video. And then second, make sure to watch the whole training video we showed you previously. We've made it available to you below just in case. So this one right here is your homework video. All right. Like we talked about in other videos. And then this will be your VSL, which you don't need this. So like you could right off the bat, it's mainly like you need the homework video. The VSL isn't necessary right here. If you don't have it made yet, don't worry. Don't worry. You don't need a huge VSL, but you could have a little video or just anything. And then, but yeah, if you have it, put it here, put another video here. And then next, be sure to click here to join our free Facebook group where group benefits and do live Q&A calls weekly. So make sure to join our free Facebook group where we blah, 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 blah. We we interview some of the top leading whatever coaches and do live Q&A calls weekly. All right, so you could change this and then just highlight it, go up here to edit the link, and then put the link here, open a new window, and then join Facebook group for interviews, giveaways, and Q&As. So you can add the website link here. All right, and then client success stories. You can, this is probably going to step client results. All right, free course on, so this could just be a free resource if you have one, or just anything. It doesn't have to be a course, it could be a book or whatever. Just, this is just an example. You could actually just delete this button for now. If you don't have something like that, that's fine. It's literally not necessary at all, but these are just other things to think about. And then check out your name's YouTube. So check out Josh's YouTube or whatever. Go to your YouTube channel, and then social proof, case studies. So edit these, put some videos here, whatnot. Okay. And then FAQ. And yeah, so that is the thank you page / homework page after they book a call. Payment page. So this is a page you can use. You may not use this all the time. This is like if you're on a sale and you need to take a payment from someone, you can go here. It's for internal use only, and you would want to basically just, yeah, take the payment. That's pretty much it. That's really all it does. It's just for taking payments. But a lot of the time too, you may just be taking your payments through something like PandaDoc or some other format. This is just an option. If you ever need to use it, you can use it. And yeah, that's pretty much there is to it. All right, and you can go ahead and play around with that there. Let's go back. Next page is client results. All right, so I'll go here, edit. Once it loads up, you'll see check out our client results and reviews. Wondering if this still works for you? Results matter. Book a call and let's talk. Book a call, let's talk. Demo image, demo image. So these can be images, videos. You can add text. Like you can take some of the format even from our some of the other stuff I was showing you about case studies, testimonials, how to structure all that out. You could even add the global section of your social media case studies if you like. So the way you do that, by the way, is you can click here or you can click up here. Section, add section, and then go to global sections here. You'll see all your global sections. You could add site social proof or case studies. So you could add that. Or if you want to not use the global section, but you want to use similar format, you could drag it over, make a copy of it, and then edit that copy and then delete the global section without changing anything from it, like I showed you before. All right. So that's global sections. My layouts are basically just things you save that aren't global sections, by the way. So you could just save a layout and then use it, and you know that it's not going to change anywhere else. All right. So that's just a side note there, but that is the client results page. Okay. Next, we're going to go back and we will see the next page is the onboarding page. All right. I'll go here. Now this page can change, and we even may change it for you within the template eventually, just, as we optimize our onboarding processes and everything, and new things may arise, but this is basically a standard onboarding process. So welcome to the family. Here are your next steps to get started with the program. So join our free Facebook group if you haven't already. So you would link to that there. Make an announcement post. So you will see an example below. So make an example post so you can add an example like what you want them to say, like, hey, my name is variable Josh, and then insert background, blah blah blah, why you are excited to join the program, etc. So you can include a variable text option like there where you just show them what to say, or if you have an example of other clients joining and showing it, you can include some examples of their announcement posts. And then complete the client user agreement. So you can link to the agreement here, whether it's PandaDoc, whatever the case may be. So that's the contract. And then request to join the private client group. You can link to that there. And then make your introductions post inside the client group. Same sort of thing as this one right here. You can show examples. And then get ready to change your life is step 6. And that is how you do it. And this is important. Make an announcement post within the free group, because then people in your free group are going to see, oh, wow, this person's joining the paid program. This must be good. Or let's see, like, it's just going to build hype around your program, around your Facebook group. It's like, yeah, I joined the program, whatnot. So it's good. It's more social proof as well. So that is the onboarding page. Really, really key stuff, really great stuff that you're getting there. You can change the metadata there and then save. Let's go back. All right, next we're going to talk about how to get in touch with us. So this is a contact page. You can delete this. Like, we really don't even use this. You may not even see some of these pages. They're not 100% necessary a lot of the time. This one, charge, is just some Q&As. If you have some team, we had this here doing support. These are like some Q&As, like a Q&A page if you're getting certain questions. And then group, and you may not even see these, so they're not really, like, you may delete them or you may see them, and then you can just use them if you like. If not, no worries. Group capture page and group thank you page. So this is really good. This is really good stuff. Let's open this and I will show you. Now, with these ones, just as a note, you could either have these on their own domain if you like. Like, for example, I'll show you. We have, if I go to stridecommunity.com, so it's different. It's not hosted under executivestride.com. It's Stride Community, and you'll see right here. So you could do something like that, or you could just keep it under, for example, like executivestride.com/community or whatever your brand is. Now, here is the page. Join our free Facebook group for insert your target audience today. Click the button below and let us know where to send your group invitation. Send my group invitation. Tap here to receive your group invitation. Inside the group, you'll get access to number 1, the first benefit, number 2, the second benefit, number 3, the third benefit, and so much more. Send my group invitation. So you could make this rock as well if you like, or not if you don't like that type of thing. And then tap here to receive your group invitation, logo, company, rights reserved, policy, privacy policy, terms of use, disclaimer. This site's not part of Facebook, disclaimer, and then image. This image can be really anything, an image of you smiling or an image of whatever, right? So that goes there. I mean, you could also have a video too, like explaining, showing some stuff about your group, showing the insides, if it's like, you know, extreme free value, whatever, you could do that. You can change the background if you like. Right now, it's just kind of a plain white background. It's up to you. And what else do we have here? Once they click the button, it goes to a pop-up that looks like this. Where would you like to send us your group invitation? And then there's a form. You would just have the form. Form is going to be like same as your opt-in. Going to be similar to the opt-in form you use. It's not going to look like this. It's actually going to look like more like this. All right. But you're not going to want to use your training one. All right. So that is the form. And once they fill this in, so you can ask for the name, email, and phone number as well if you'd like. That's what everything is going to link to. And then once they actually fill that information in, let me go ahead and save this. It's going to direct them to the group thank you page, which looks like this. You'll see it is a basic page just saying, congrats, you're in. You will be redirected to your free Facebook group in 3 seconds. And it's a countdown timer for 3 seconds. And then expire action, you're going to see redirect to URL. You're going to want to put your direct Facebook group URL link right here. And then if you were automatically not redirected, click here. And then you're going to want to highlight this, add the link here as well. All right, then you can save that. All right, and that is that. The last few things are the legal pages. So legal, disclaimer, terms of service, and privacy. you can actually go here, open this up. Now, like I said, we're not a lawyer or anything. I'm not a lawyer. So if you want to check with your specific program, location, all that stuff, just double check, make sure that, you know, it's the right stuff. Or you can just go to like a generator and generate your own privacy policy and stuff online. But we provide you a templatized one right here just for your convenience. You would want to go through here and just change where it says company name, your company name, fill that out. And then you should be good, and just change your anything else you need to customize, like your logo right here, and then save. So that is privacy, and you're going to want to add the privacy link into your footer as well, like I showed you. And then same sort of thing for disclaimer, terms of service, and privacy policy. So actually privacy is right here, so you really don't need this. This is an extra one. I will delete this. I think this is extra. I think you can just delete that. Pretty sure this is the privacy. So yeah, that is it for this walkthrough of the video. I think we pretty much covered all the main stuff you need to know in regards to setting up the Stride sales funnel and website. And we covered majority of the stuff you will really need to know about how to use the funnel builder within the CRM. And you can continuously keep getting better and eventually become a wizard with this stuff. So you'll be able to easily just throw together funnels and be really good at making funnels. And it's great to have that skill set, because then any idea or any new offer you can take to market really quickly. You already will have like different resources and stuff you can kind of just easily copy over, change it a bit, change the wording, stuff like that. So hope this video really helps. I would suggest watching it over again multiple times if needed. Of course, if you guys need any help, you can always reach out to us, or have some questions on our coaching calls and we'll go over. But this is super, crucial, and it's going to be pivotal to have something like this in your business. If you already have a website, you can take some ideas from this and add it into your own. Or if you want to completely redo your website, add your own stuff into our template, that works as well. But hope that helps. That is it for this video. I will see you in the next video, guys. Keep hustling, keep grinding, and of course, guys, accelerate your stride. See you soon.